Hello everyone, and welcome to something unusual in Runescape. You've probably been wondering what the hell I've been doing with all my time, and let me just show you the map here. But so you'll notice that this is a map, right? I am not anywhere on this map. Right now, I am on the back of Tuska. Tuska is a god, it is a mad boar, it is a girl, and it is trying to eat all of RuneScape. So lately I've been doing this world event. So today I'm going to show you guys what exactly is going to happen during this world event. So I'm wearing the new War Priest armor, looking pretty good. It gives you a chance to deal a maximum hit, which is alright, but the gear itself isn't that good, so it's a double-edged sword. Alright, so this is one of the islands. So your job is to siphon off of these rune stones that appear everywhere. Now luckily I'm in a solo group. Most of the time you get stuck with random people who often don't know what the hell they're doing. You only can go one way. This is kind of like an agility course, where you go around these 4 little islands, and you go around and you use your various skills, and eventually you come to another runestone that you go to and charge. For each island you do 4 different ones for a total of 20 minutes of a run at Tuska. Now occasionally, as you see, these fallen rocks will fall, because they're a fallen rock, obviously. And so you can mine that away for this course, and you also get, you see that little percentage? You get 25% per island you go to. You're trying to charge up the god weapon of your choice. That's the floating thing right up there. You can side with Zamorak, which I suggest, because that's who I'm siding with, Armadillo, Saradomin, or the Godless. The Godless are terrible though. They're winning the event, and they will win, but Godless are just terrible. But this is not a video about how you really shouldn't be a Godless and how that's really dumb. This is a video about what the world event is. So yeah, each one of these islands that you go to, not like these small ones, but like in total you go to 4 different areas. Each one you have 5 minutes to get 25%. So I'm not actually going to spend the entire 5 minutes per, because a 20-minute video of doing the same thing, that would be cute if this was Twitch, but this is the seriousness that is YouTube. So yeah, you pretty much get the point of this island. You just run around. When there's other people, you can teleport to the person that's the gatestone, and it's randomized who is the gatestone. And they'll be on like one of these islands, and you can teleport to them, and it's faster so that you can get to your runestone. But you do get a small percentage of percentageness up at the top for doing the agility courses. So it's not like you have to use the divination runestone there to gain percentages. And there's another rock. You gain charges, we'll call them, for mining these rocks as well, as you can see right there. This event is pretty good, I'd say. The whole XP thing while trying to stop Gilenor, you know, RuneScape, from being consumed by a god. I'd say it's worth it. So let's just skip ahead, shall we? I'm gonna record it all, but so you guys know I'm not like cheating, although I don't know how the fuck you could cheat. We're just gonna speed up the footage of me running around these islands until we're ready to move on to the next island. should be getting close now to the actual jumping to the next part of this lovely adventure. You can look right now at the stats of everything. This is the highest form because, you know, my defense level is 99, so, you know. So as you see, it's hybrid armor, so, I mean, it's pretty much the same as all War Priest stuff. Oh, and here we go. So this is us jumping to the next part of the island. You're just kind of like floating in space for a sec. Alright, this one is the fun one. By fun, I mean eh. So what you do is you cut down these parts of vine, and you get a little mysterious herb. And even though, you know, high wood cutting, it still takes a while. Crystal hatchet, you know, best in the game, but still takes a while. Alright, so after you get some herbs, you crush them, and then you nurture these roots. And there's another fallen star. These are actually really good, and that's not a fallen star. That's a fallen rock. It's not a meteor or a meteorite, it's a rock. You can also do combat with these tentacles, but we'll get to that. Alright, so you crush the herbs. Herb? We're gonna say herb. And you nurture the root. Now you're probably wondering how this is helping. Well, first, you're getting charges. Not a lot. For just nurturing the root. And then it goes over to these weird little bulbs. And boom, an energy plant appears. So you use the seed on that, and you gain a shit ton of charge. So this one's pretty cool. It gives you that farming XP that you would have never got. Because, I mean, really, farming? I love plants in real life, but farming in RuneScape is like the literal Hitler of skills. Oh, and another rock. It is very popular today, isn't it? These rocks. I think it's because it knows that I'm recording a video and it's just trying to get its, you know, couple minutes of glory. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the tentacles. So the tentacles are covered in sharp barbs. Oh, and there's my little companion guy, and that Power of the Beast thing, that's the whole maximum hit. And that also gives you one of the herbs, but it's a lot slower, is the general knowledge, to kill the tentacles than just to cut that. When you're all alone, it's really easy. When there's a bunch of people, it takes more than just one herb that's been crushed to get the root going. So, you know, you have like 10 people trying to chop the same thing, and it gets kind of annoying, I'll be honest with you. But this one is pretty good, pretty straightforward. It's not very hard. You can easily get your charges up as long as you... Well, when you're soloing, really, once you get the main 3 roots, you're pretty much in the clear. So let's just... yeah, I'm at 42%. By the time I get there, I'm going to be at 50. And occasionally that crap grows, and now you have to cut down whatever's there. Alright, so let's kick this into high speed. I don't think there's really anything else to show. So, yeah, I'll see you at the next island. Now we should be getting to the next area pretty soon here. It's gonna jump at any second. Ah, there it is. Cool background art. Alright, so this one is the absolute worst. You never want to get this as your very last one. So you take fire, you have to unequipped whatever weapon you have, and you pretty much are fighting these tentacles with fire. Killing it with fire, as it were. So you get 30 seconds per torch that you get. So you run there, and then you can come here and attack the tentacles. When you're all alone, it's very slow, but you can get your charge at about the exact amount of time that you have to actually kill it. But the problem is that this whole 30 seconds and you run and you attack, it doesn't give you, look at that, 54... ... 55. So as you see, it's really, really slow. You can soul split the tentacles. I found that out. I don't know why you would want to, but there you go. There's one more thing. So when there's a bunch of people, that is really crowded. Everybody's trying to do it, and there's no way you could get the charge. So if it's really crowded, come down here, get your little relic of life, and dig one of these graves. And you will not be sorry. Now, what's about to happen is you jump through, and now you're in like the underworld or something. Something weird like that, the spirit world. And now all of these tormented souls are around. So first, what you do is you claim Lost Soul, which is the orange one. And then you release one of these tormented soul guys. And now you're gonna beat the shit out of it. Which, you know, is my favorite part. And now you turn into the ghost and move incredibly slowly towards this pillar of light. And once you get there, you release the soul, you gain more charges for doing that than you do for fighting the tentacles. And then you can come down here and release the charges and get even more. But we're all alone, so we can just do the tentacles, no problem. So let's speed this bad boy up and hope that I can actually make the charges, huh? I just got the percentage that I need, 75, and I'm just about out of time. So as you see, during the last little bit, you get 60 seconds as opposed to 30. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And we're gonna jump anytime now. Just kill some tentacles. And there we go. And the last island. This is the Star Trek island, apparently, because these pylons, we've got to build more. That's apparently a reference to Star Trek, but, you know, I like Star Wars better. So, the best way when you're solo is you just go around and you build these pylons. There's 4 of them. You can this island is easy. In fact, when you're solo, you should be able to get the percentage you need so fast that you can fuck around for like half of this. So you do the pylons. You can also attack these little lightning guys, and they'll zap you and all that. Anytime now. And then you absorb some of the energy, and you can feed the energy to this core. There's also the little marks on the ground. Let's see, are there any around here? Yeah, right there. And you can divert the lightning into the core. And that gives you Hunter XP. Building these gives you construction, which also is why I suggest just going around doing that, because construction is really hard to get up. The last thing you can do is you can lure the sentient lightnings right to the center where it explodes, and then you can charge the center. So this one's the best. I mean, I'm already at 87. It takes no time. When there's a bunch of people, mostly everybody's going to be building the pylons. So if you're combat savvy, attack the lightning. And some people lure these, so be on the lookout. When the sentient lightning explodes, everybody around it gets a charge. So if you're really hurting for percentages, then just jump on it over there, and you're not stealing their energy necessarily. You're just borrowing the energy. Alright, so let's speed this up to the piece de resistance. I'm not French. I could have just called everybody a faggot for all I know. Whatever. So, now we are ready to fully unleash ourselves on Tuska. Boom. This has taught me a lot about siphoning energy, which is totally not something that's going to lead me towards godhood. Alright, and we're jumping. Alright, so you appear on a long tusk, and you run towards the giant ass mouth of Tuska. That shit is larger than the Lumbridge area. Just that one tooth right there. And then you jump onto Tuska's fat ass bitch head. Now remember, it's a girl, I can call it a bitch. And there's its eye. Her. It's not an it. Tuska is not about that whole gender fluid trend. Tuska is a girl, and she knows it, and she is a bitch. Alright, and you get to stab a weak spot. You do your little thing. Epic, insidious music plays. Right in the brain. And you float down to the safety of Tuska's back. So you can do that every like 30, 40 minutes. But there is still more for me to show you. So while you wait, you can chop down little quills of Tuska's hair, which gives you woodcutting XP. It's not that good, but there you go. But what most people do, as you see right here, is you can balance on these spines. And you can pretty much AFK these for the entire time that Tuska's going to be there. And what I like to do is I like to show off a little bit, throw up a little Heffin' Lotus stance while I'm there. And you get these little Tuska fragments. Now you can stand there forever, and as long as you participate in stabbing Tuska, you can keep standing there, literally forever. The Astromancer, Mr. Chambers here, will trade your shards for points. It's 5 points per shard. So I guess I should show you the reward shop. There's another thing. You can attack these parasites right here, and even if they're not your Slayer target, which of course they're not, you can gain Slayer XP. Now, as you see, by the amount of damage a level 75 thing does, they're insanely powerful. Even to me with, 99, 99, 99, 99, 89, 80, 91. Even to me, they're still pretty beefy. But now I'm going to show you the reward shop. So of course, Moya, my girl, she is the Zamorak representative. Why did I say that all weird? So you can get the Tuska armor, which I have. You can get the Spear Override, which, look how badass this thing is. Holy shit. Such graphic. And then the Tuska's Wrath ability, I also suggest that. I will show you why. So it deals 10,000% of your Slayer level as damage to your active Slayer target. And it takes 120 seconds. So you pretty much insta-kill whatever your Slayer target is. But if it's not a Slayer target, it does 110 damage. But it still looks cool. I'll show you. We'll activate Tuska's Wrath. And we'll go up to one of these parasites. Alright, so pay attention to what is about to happen. Tuska's Wrath. You call down the spear, and it attacks your target. Pretty cool, I'd say. Bitch. Moving on with the rewards. So I recommend getting first the ability, save up for that. And then there are the emotes, which you probably saw. There's tier 1, you're all like, ooh, power. Tier 2 is like, ooh, look, more power. And tier 3 is, holy shit, look at that power. So that's pretty awesome. These other abilities, Sacrifice I already had, Devotion and Transfigure, you can get those in the God Wars dungeon, so I don't recommend buying those. And they're not really that good. They're good, but I don't use them. I wouldn't. So there's the emotes, the home teleport. You'll see that later. The reason why I didn't get it is because it's something that everybody can get. So pretty much everybody's gonna have this, and it looks cool, but I don't know. It's not me. And then you can get XP lamps. So after you get, I would even say the emotes. You're not gonna be able to get these again. After you get the emotes and hopefully your Zamorak Spear Override, but you don't have to. That one you probably don't want. And then the armor. I say go with the XP lamps, because huge XP lamps would really help you if you were like trying to do summon it, yet there's something trying to eat your world. Yeah. So let's see the how to get to Tuska. So let's just go to Priffin's? Pringleland? The Elf City of Pringle? See, this is my kind of teleport. Mostly because, the whole Zamorak thing. Good music there in Tuska's back. Alright, so, hey look, another person has all the armor. What do you know? So the Tuska home teleport, what you do is you go to your map and you click this right here. Everybody has this. And you just click Tuska. And suddenly this storm comes down and boom. So it's pretty cool, but everybody's gonna have that, so I don't really want to be that guy. So up at the top you have your timer until the next time you can stab Tuska. You also have the contribution towards Tuska's damage. So our goal every day is we need to fill this up completely. Now, the Godless are always going to have the most, but Zamorak, we are coming in second, and the Godless really aren't going to be able to do shit if they win. So the Zamorak contribution is actually going to be the helpful one. So yeah, that's the Tuska event. That's what I've been grinding. I mean, when I'm not stabbing Tuska, I'm on the agility pole, which is good. I mean, look at that. That's 80 agility. It's not 99, but hey, agility's a fucking bitch. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I've been up to. I don't think there's going to be any more. I mean, if you go up here and you have your Ring of Visibility on, which I don't have on, the emissary for Zaros is like right here. But Zaros is a bitch, so there's that. And then there's this weird energy thing that like nobody knows what it's for. I thought it was going to be to unlock more areas, but let's just look at how it's going. So Tuska has won most of the days, and the Godless have won very few. Even with their whole, ooh, look at us, we're the Godless. There's 30 days, and we've done 12. By the time you get this, it's going to be like 13. So hopefully you guys that play will actively do this. I know what you're thinking. Who cares? I don't want to do this event. I don't want any XP. The XP's terrible, and fuck you, Harry. Well, if Tuska wins, then the world will be destroyed. So, I mean, just let that sink in that the world's gonna be destroyed while I do a little water dance. So, yeah. Until next time, guys, this is Harry. I'm wearing Tuska armor. Little strands of hair. Have lightning shooting out of my back. So, why don't you come on down and help me, for the glory of Zamorak, hopefully, take down Tuska.